We're talking about Idris Elba. Black Highlander comes up. Boom.
I would put it on the bud. You can fit the pickles. You can fit pickles in the pickles. You can fit the pickles in there. You can fit the pickles in there. Come on. Pickle chicken sandwich. Take it away, John Frickin Smith.
Welcome to the rabbit hole,
How did we end up on that rabbit hole?
where all you knew is wrong. And rules are just suggestions,
I like the pipe.
made up as we go along.
Shut up, Corn.
Fuck you.
And who knows what you'll find here. Maybe heaven or your worst fears. Whatever it may be, it's yours to keep forever.
Just in time. You've entered a rabbit hole. Please go down further. Where there's philosophy hidden within stupidity.
My nipples are sweating.
What are they doing to that chicken?
They're punching holes in it. You know, I want to teabag Hank Azaria. He can make weird noises.
You're fucking weird.
You guys are horrible.
Onion rings? Like, I wouldn't eat those.
What the fuck? Hey,
Even if it was Paul Bunyan themed, like, you know what I mean?
Anyone-
Like flannel onion rings or something like that. Be like, yeah, I had a heart attack. Fuck you.
it's a sunshiny day.
Yeah. Fat people need love, too. Greetings and happy stoning.
When has a stoning ever been happy?
Well, every day I do it. It's pretty goddamn happy. I don't know about you, but you know.
I don't think anyone has ever really truly sat there, smoked weed, and got depressed. I mean, there's kind of sad moments and shit, but
Yeah, it doesn't take away all the sadness, but at the same time, I've seen angry people become less angry though.
that's not how I live my life.
Yeah, that's pretty much me too. Is just, every time I get pissed off, it's one of those like, it's pretty much like a Snickers. You know what I mean? You're not you when you're hungry.
I'm not me when I'm not high. I am
That
a-
sounds so fucking bad.
No, because some fucking tweaker's probably saying the same thing in some alleyway, or
you're
some
not-
heroin addict's
yeah.
fucking whispering it to his sweet nothing.
You're not you when you're sober.
But let's be real. Anytime you have like some, I compare obviously weed more to like an alcohol substance, not in the points of killing yourself, but you know, like it's a relaxant. That doesn't help either because fucking heroin, dude.
None of it does. You walk down a tunnel that has no light at the end. It's
No,
just,
the only because then if you describe the other part of it, you have fucking anger issues. Because like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm pissed
Yeah,
off.
no, I only
majority of the
smoke when I
time.
get mad, and I get mad like 17 times a day.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't smoke at work or
I
anything
do.
like that. I haven't in a while, dude. I'd stopped smoking at work. I
That's
mean,
because it's hot.
yeah, and being
I-
high when you're hot isn't fun at
Yeah.
all. Like, not saying you need it for fun, but it's just not good.
I love that you didn't even try to defend it. You were just like, yeah, that's.
Dude, you know how
yeah,
my
being outside
productivity
under
has
the
went down
sun-
so much in painting.
When you're
It's
stoned
horrible.
outside in the sun, it is fucking annoying. It's not even a high killer. It's like a high. It's the worst kind of high intensifier
Like,
because
dude,
it's immobilizing.
I know showers are great when you're high for a minute until it like kind of sobers you up a bit. But even that's not that bad. Hot boxing. Here's the thing that most people don't talk about in hot boxing when you hear about hot boxes.
You sweat a lot.
You sweat a lot. Dude, you won't leave a baby in a car for 3 minutes, but you sit out in your car for 20 minutes in the same heat.
I used to be bad with it, dude. I used to. This
We'll
is
go
I
outside.
don't recommend any of this. I don't recommend any of this. What we're saying or what about to be said. But there was a time when I used to on the commute home from work, even when it was hot, I would roll up the windows, turn off the AC, start sweating balls to the point where I was using a novelty sweatband, putting it on my head for the drive home, so that way I could hotbox my car on the freeway and not get sweat in my eyes.
Okay, here. Speaking of hair, sweat, all that, I'm about to bring back the Kelso look of the like hair coming up and everything, dude. Every year it gets hotter in California. Don't come here. It sucks, and it gets hotter, and now I have an actual haircut compared to just shaving my head. So shit comes into my eyes. I didn't have that as a kid, as like a teenager. Doing sports, never had sweat go in my eyes.
I've always had sweat in the eye problem. With a fro, without a fro, with cornrows.
It might be because I got these blocks. Like a Neanderthal or something. Like, wow, that came out weird sounding. But anyways, every day at work lately, like just salt in my eye.
Mine's just because I'm fat and I sweat hard.
So imagine doing that, just salt in the eye while you're driving, smoking weed with a headband on, so that doesn't happen. But you're in the car, it's fucking hot. It's California, middle of summer, 105, no AC on, windows all up. You got to make sure you don't fuck up the hot box. You hear the.
You know the things movies really don't point out about hotboxing cars, especially, is that okay? Yes, they show like through the windows that the car is filled with smoke and you can't see through. What they don't talk about is how foggy the windows get. When
like
multiple people are hotboxing a car, exactly. It looks like you've been fucking. It looks like Titanic when they fucked in the car and her hand stuck on the window and slid down.
What's even worse is when you have 4 guys come out of a car,
windows foggy and you see no smoke coming out,
and then just.
Oh, that's so lame because
first
just rolling up the windows and vaping, you're not going to hotbox the car with the vape, but you are going to make the windows foggy with your breath. So that makes it just, you're coming out of that, 4 dudes coming out of the car, no smoke coming out, windows foggy. They don't even smell like weed. They smell like fruit. And they look like it too. Anyway, you are just in time. We are 2 of the J&T Baggers. Can you tell it's an Anchor episode? Because we came in, this sounds so bad, but we came in so happy. It sounds so weird because we're happy when Corn's here, but there's something nostalgic almost at this point after, 5+ years of podcasting or doing this show. Yeah, there's times when it's like, we need every now and then it's almost a necessity. Like, we need to do a DJ Van Nielsen.
Norman Blunts.
Here again. Now you've clicked the title and apologize for the early weirdness there. Occasionally we would like to have some banter at the beginning of an episode. Wow, that is a good joint. But we got to talk some shit sometimes. It's not always going to be just strictly about the late review. But this is a late review.
Some movies suck, and some are great, but our reviews are always late. Late reviews with the boys from Just in Time.
Before we get into, you know what's coming, so we don't even have to say the title. Do we?
No.
But we will say thank you to John Frickin Smith. Not only for that late review intro that you just heard, but for the yours to keep that you heard at the very beginning. It opens all of our episodes, except for like the first 70, something like 69 or some shit. But you can find that song, as well as the rest of the album Songs of the Great Collapse, at johnfrickinsmith.com. You didn't think I was going to find my way back, but I found it.
I'm not going to lie. I was just waiting for a lull in the talk right there to try to segue it, and then I was like, oh wait, you know what, no, just shut up for a second, natural, have faith, and boom, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's how we met John Frickin Smith. We just had faith, and we just all of a sudden we met a genius.
He's like the next generation's Fred Durst in a good way.
Trust me, in a perfect world he would be not in this room with us, but like we'd be in like a studio and he'd be like the engineer, and occasionally he would cut in and tell us to stop talking about that bullshit and stick to the subject, or go further down the rabbit hole, keep breaking off.
John, let me talk to you. If you do hear this one, I hope you do, can you let us know which one you prefer?
Yeah,
we'll start dedicating whole episodes, not just the beautiful introductions by Millie half the time, and Corn when he's remembering and not drunk.
Oh no, I've been thinking about that. I've been saying that too. John Frickin Smith is he's like a, I guess executive producer almost.
He's awesome. Go listen to his freaking music, all right?
Yeah, check it out. Any Hoover. That was. I don't know if that could have sounded any more like corny.
Yeah, that was like 50s talk right there. Like, Mr. Hoover.
We are here for the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad. The one and only second Suicide Squad.
Boom.
Is it a sequel? Not quite. Is it a reboot? Not quite. Maybe softly.
It's like a weird conjuncture of the two.
Yeah. Very strange. I mean, you've got Margot Robbie returning. You've got, Amanda Waller returning. You've got Rick
Captain
Flag.
Boomerang.
Yeah, Captain Boomerang. But then you've also got, Idris Elba not playing Deadshot.
Bloodsport.
Yeah. A whole different character who's a black guy who has a daughter and is a criminal, and his daughter's being used against him to make him join the Suicide Squad. But that doesn't matter.
They bring in Savant.
Yeah. Michael Rooker.
Which was very interesting. That was a very interesting role.
Yeah.
He looked like such a badass.
Went out like a biatch. Got eaten by the same type of bird that he had killed at the beginning of the movie. Cool.
Well, that's the definition of irony.
There will be spoilers. I think we're just relinquishing that now. At this point, our reviews are late for that reason. We'll use that excuse. Yeah, our reviews are late because spoilers. Now, yeah. Well, first off, this is the one goddamn time we actually get Rook to go with us to the damn movies.
Yeah,
first time in years. We get to the theater. Before we could walk in the door, the guy comes up. Yes, we went to, I know it's on HBO Max. We went to the fucking theater because we felt that we just felt like going to the goddamn movies. And
well, I fucked up too, though. Like,
how did you fuck up?
I bitched at you guys for how long. You guys don't invite me. So Korn invited me. I think it was
to old.
Yeah, to old, and I was like, nah, fuck that. Like, no. Reg wasn't feeling good. It wasn't like oh yeah, you know what? I have to. Like, I'm sorry, just be there. Like, I'll be back. Suicide Squad, it wasn't one of those situations either, but it was like, oh, okay, I just turned him down for old. Fuck it. I told him Suicide Squad would be cool.
Yeah, that's what Corn had said too. He's like, he said he can't this week, but he's down for Suicide Squad next week. I'm like, all right, well, let's try it out.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't care too much for the first one. There was cool parts, but I didn't care too much for the first one.
I never even bothered.
So I didn't want to have that situation of like, dude, I don't want to go to the movies as like a return of the 3 people going to movies with a shitty movie. But we all got there. Korn was pretty late at picking me up. He lied to me.
That was the downside was there was only 2 showings at each of them. There's 2 theaters out here in the greater Hemet San Jacinto area, both Regals. Both of them had a 7:00 showing. One had 7:30 and one had a 7:40. And
so we were late for the 7:40.
Korn. To be fair, he was transparent the entire time through the entire day. He's like, might be cutting it close on 7:40. Yeah, I'm cutting it close. All right, we can show up later. We can go tomorrow. I was like, you're probably gonna be late tomorrow too, and I gotta get up early on Saturday. Let's just go tonight. Let's just do this.
I didn't even think about that, dude. It's like he still could have been late on Friday. Because I told him, I was like, dude, if you can't make it, let me know, and fuck it, we'll just go Friday. Because hell, I get paid on Fridays, asshole. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. If I can't make it, I'll let you know.
But he's been late on Fridays, dude.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that situation.
I was like, no, let's just go, and we can be 20 minutes late. There's 10 minutes of fucking trailers. But yeah, we got cut off at the door. The guy didn't even let us in or nothing. Just like, nope. Last showing sold out. Sorry, guys. Like, he looked genuinely disappointed, too, to have to turn us away.
But before we even got to the doors, if you look through the doors, he was fucking skipping and shit, giving them thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, dick. That I know it probably had nothing to do with us coming to the door, but I felt like it did.
But
And then all of us had that, like, look of dismay. And then, okay, well, fuck it. You guys want to go watch it fucking on HBO Max?
And I hadn't even thought of that. I'm not even going to lie. I was only thinking of going to the theaters, and then it was just like, oh, yeah, there's that option, too. Let's just...
Yeah, well, fucking Carter told us right before. He called Korn, asked him what he was doing. So I don't know why. He, like, got shocked when I told him I was doing the same thing. When he called me shortly after. Told Korn, oh, dude, it's on HBO Max. Why are you buying movie tickets? And then he calls me, and he says the same thing. And I was like, I don't know.
Because we want to, goddammit.
Go to the
Because we like
movies.
going to movies.
I was like, I mean, that's
And
not a
'cause
bad
we
idea
didn't
for
go
a backup, but...
See, I had turned down Mortal Kombat. I didn't even turn it down. It was more when it came out. I pretty much just texted Corn like, "Yeah, it's on the Max. You want to just watch it on there?" Yeah, fuck it. But Tor, it was one of those. Yeah, when Suicide Squad came out, I was like, I kind of want to go see that. I want to see it in the theater. It's a James Gunn movie. You know, it's gonna be big and bombastic and wacky. And that's what it ended up fucking being.
Yeah, because there was 2 teams in this one.
Fucking Weasel.
Dude, that guy's fucking awesome. Let's be real. Yeah. James Gunn is perfect at making inanimate objects great characters. Doesn't matter the size. And then just running with it. So, I guess that would be like Baby Groot with Weasel in a way. Or Teenage Groot.
Now, what did they call that? The team Task Force X?
Yes.
Now, you know what's funny about that? When I say they stole that scene, that opening scene of the let's be real, the half the team gets wiped out. They stole that premise from Deadpool too. He had X-Force. That's why I had to make sure of the fucking name. X-Force. Including like Terry Crews and fucking a couple other, like, you know what I mean, famous actor. He had fucking a guy that could spit fucking like acid and shit like that, or vomit acid, something like that. An invisible guy. They all jump off the plane, parachutes and shit. Deadpool lands, and then everybody else proceeds to die on their landing. One guy hits a fucking helicopter, or hits the propeller and shit. Instant death. Invisible guy lands on a fucking telephone wire. You see him flash in and out for a second. Who is it? Brad Pitt.
Dude, because that does make a lot of sense. How Captain Boomerang gets blown up after their cover gets blown by Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
He gets shot in the face instantly.
I love that. I didn't know how much I needed to see James Gunn do something that wasn't censored by Disney or something, you know what I mean? Something rated R, something let loose. Fucking A.
It started off like a spaghetti western. Everyone's getting fucked up. The weird guy with the detachable arms.
I think he was created just for that movie, that character. There was I forgot, Arm Fall Off Boy or something like that was what he was based off, but the detachable kid, played by Nathan Fillion. Son of a bitch. He just had to get in there. He had the most hilarious death. Because I thought he was really going to be able to do something cool, but he didn't do anything. He just went up. His arms went and slapped a guy and then got fucking shot up, and he was just on the ground screaming as his arms are getting blasted. That shit
the javelin's only useful because the javelin became useful.
Yeah.
Not him.
It ended up being surprisingly, like, that opening was awesome. It was fucked up that they killed Captain Boomerang. I didn't think he was gonna get off.
Well, the way he
quick.
got killed, he got blown up and then hit by a fucking chopper as that was coming down because the Gamora knockoff.
Yeah. But it caused a distraction, so you could get in the other team. There was a lot of a few like time jumps or like you know what I mean.
They had a
8
weird,
minutes earlier, 3 days earlier.
Yeah, he had a weird time sequence.
Yeah, the 8 minutes earlier one was like, wait,
That like
exactly 8 minutes. Okay, but I didn't hate that though either, because it was one of those like, nah, there's things that are happening simultaneously that I can't show you simultaneously, and don't want to cut back and forth Star Wars style, and would rather show you the whole scene of that. And then it was a Tarantino kind of style. I was thinking of Hateful Eight and shit, because they had a few scenes like that too, where they, you know what I mean, they show you things. Hell, Tarantino's just like a master of having things play out in different, you know, parts of time and shit. But that's them sneaking onto the goddamn beach. John Cena was funnier than he had any right to be. I think we can at least full on admit it now that John Cena has comedy chops.
He really does, actually. When you think of the movies that he's been in, it's always weird to see him because you're like, is that John fucking Cena?
Yeah, he's been proving it more and more lately, and this one I think was like, he got to basically be not only a douchey Captain America, but because he was being directed by James Gunn, he kind of came off as a douchey Star-Lord as well.
A Star-Lord that can cuss?
Yeah, and it was hilarious. Like the beach covered in dicks thing was funny, but the one that got me was the fucking starfish joke, honestly. Fucking starfish is slang for
butthole.
Yeah. Think there's a connection? Like that was the thing. If he didn't ask if there was a connection, if he just said it like that, it would be like, shut the fuck up, John Cena. But you think there's a connection? Like,
that makes it go from like just being an idiot to being like an idiot detective.
It reminded me of you said it. It reminded me of Super Troopers and shit. When the old captains are talking and shit. This John Chimpo tattooed on her back shoulder or whatever. You think there might be a connection? You come in here talking about some tattoo on a drug lady's tit. I don't know why, but yeah, that kind of shit fucking. And then when they killed all these people, they sneak onto a base. They're trying to rescue Rick Flag. Some of the most brutal and fucked up kills I've seen in a movie, as far as like,
oh my god.
Okay, only one was actually brutal. The rest of them were just like cool and superhero assassin style.
It was a one-upsmanship.
They were competing, yeah. But the guy laying in the bed, the guy laying on the cot, he looked like he might have even been injured. Like that might have been like a hospital bed type of situation.
It looked like a hospital bed.
Because he looked like he was wrapped up in that fucking blanket, like do not move. Or maybe he couldn't move. But he got woken up by being stabbed from foot to goddamn crotch and then up even further before he could even ask why he was dead. It was
and done. Dude, that was a fucked and
only for them to find out that that Rick Flag wasn't even captured.
Dude, that part of it though with that whole axe scene, that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
They weren't even fully in competition yet.
No, that was just him going. That was just quietly fucking strolling up and. Yeah. It was hilarious, though. That fucking. Idris Elba was fucking great. Like,
I just like him.
I was disappointed in Thor Ragnarok just because he didn't get to do any of the funny stuff. And he got to deal with that fucking costume for the first two Thor movies. Like, I felt like he deserved to have some fun. But they're just like, no, dreadlocks. You get to not have the big gold costume.
But you get 17 pounds of hair.
Yeah, and you don't get to laugh. You don't get to even smile. Everything's going wrong for you. You're saving people. There can only be one Black Highlander. Make that happen. I would watch the shit out of Black Highlander. You know you would too.
Idris Elba? Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my god. Wow, that distracted the whole shit out of me for a second.
Because there is because of this movie. We're talking about Idris Elba. Black Highlander comes up. Boom.
Yeah. Idris Elba looked like he had fun with this role though too. Like he didn't have to try to replace Will Smith. He wasn't playing the same characters, so he was serious through the majority of the movie. Yeah,
Like,
but
I would say first half.
then again though, the first shot of him, he's wiping toilets and shit. Or there was a certain, at least a slight level of you know, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but easiness, I guess. There wasn't, it wasn't full on penta. It was more when he encountered fucking him and the daughter and shit too. And even then, the whole time he's telling the daughter, like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, that part was very shocking.
To where he wasn't full on like Will Smith and shit. That's cool. And he didn't have to put on an American accent, which is always awesome. Idris Elba deserves to use his own accent in every movie. Why is he not Black James Bond?
That'd be so cool.
Now I know there's
He pretty much was Black James Bond in this with gadgets wise.
yeah,
He had a fucking Nerf gun.
everything he pulled off, like his armor was like all gadgets that he could pull off and
That
turn
shit
into
was
weapons.
awesome.
Yeah,
Very smart.
Ratcatcher 2 was the surprising star. I wasn't expecting to like that character so goddamn much. She was actually pretty good.
Well, they all had, even though they killed off pretty wacky fucking people in the beginning, they still had some pretty fucking wacky people.
Yeah. I liked the idea too of Ratcatcher 2. Not even like fucking
We couldn't get the
full on.
one.
He's dead. And that was my favorite cameo of the whole movie. One thing I didn't recognize though was Mantis, man. When they went into that bar, when they're getting the thinker guy, she was one of the dancers.
Like Mantis?
No, the actress.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, whoa.
Palm Clementif or some shit like that. I don't know her name. Something French, Canadian, some shit. But yeah, she was in that movie though. Didn't even notice. I didn't.
That's cool.
Yeah. But fucking yeah, the Harley Quinn, I've never liked Harley Quinn in a movie that much, to be honest. Birds of Prey I did not enjoy.
The first Suicide Squad,
But this one she actually she got to have some fun. Margot Robbie apparently did her own stunts too when she was being hanged up by them damn handcuffs and shit, including opening the lock with her feet.
That's cool.
There's somebody out there whacking it to that scene. Oh, look at the control she has in her feet.
Dude, I'm not.
Those
down
toes
for
are
foot stuff.
accurate. It's like John Wick accuracy in her toes. That's toe work right there. Oh yeah. Sorry.
I personally really liked fucking Polka Dot Man.
I fucking love that actor, and I don't know his name, but
Yeah, that's
it
why
really
he
doesn't matter.
He looks perfect in everything he gets casted
Like
as.
when people talk about like there's been a lot of actors that are labeled as like character actors, and he's one of them. He's definitely one of them. Everything he pops up in, you remember his fucking face. And yeah, fucking Ant-Man, I fucking loved him in Ant-Man, especially in the second one. You like Jukebox? Ah, Baba Yaga. It was fucking great. It was Polka Dot Man. That shit was hilarious. She's everywhere. And I like they even called him Norman Bates too. That hilarious. Something about
what
that
happened to my men?
It's fucking that Prisoners movie. I think it might still be on Hulu unless they've done some dickery to that one too. Fucking Hugh Jackman. But that little guy plays a part in there too, Polka Dot Man. Him and Paul Dano. And Paul Dano is supposed to be the Riddler. You know the next logical step?
Polka Dot Man and the Riddler.
No, Hugh Jackman as Batman. Hugh Batman.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
That.
The internet would break in half.
Yeah, but it just seems really weird.
Why? Because Hugh Jackman's dashing.
He is.
He's dashing enough he could have been fucking James Bond.
I just see from up here, like from midway to the face up, him just looking crazy.
Yeah, but with the mask on though,
Mask on, hell yeah, probably. But you're not
mask
gonna have
off.
to
You never seen him at like an award show, Hugh Jackman, when he's just got short hair
His
and
eyes
it's
are
done
too
up
damn
and
wide
shit?
to be Batman.
No, they're not. That's just mean.
He just seems like wired, like good to go.
That's a good thing. He could fuck you up.
Duh.
Like that's the whole point of Batman. That Batman can fuck you. And think
Yeah,
about it.
because Michael Keaton doesn't look like he should have honestly been.
He's already doing old Batman. That's happening. I saw some set photos, man. He done lost some weight and they didn't put some hair plugs or something on him to give him like similar look to how he had in the 80s hair wise, but just gray. He looked quite dashing actually, like because as an old Bruce Wayne like that, I kind of.
Oh fuck it, Ezra Miller is young. They could just do like a Batman Beyond eventually.
He would not be a good fucking Terry McGinnis, is that his name?
No, not fucking not actual Ezra Miller, but him being like the Flash. And
Oh, okay. I was like, the only reason I even say Hugh Jackman for Batman just because he's got the height too. He was too tall for Wolverine. Let's be real. Even though he was a great Wolverine, that was always the one complaint physically, was that he was just so damn tall. That's why Tom Hardy's little ass has been nominated so many times by fans.
Dude, I saw one that said Daniel Radcliffe.
For Wolverine?
Yeah.
I would watch it.
I was like, dude, what?
Give him a shot. Let him bulk up.
If he can bulk up, fuck it. I mean, honestly,
Give
in
him
one of
a
the Harry
fucking
Potters, he was
shot.
looking more like Bill. And I'm like, what the hell's going on with this kid?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind that. Give him a fucking shot. Oh, I forgot what I had just seen recently. Like fan art of someone, like someone playing young Palpatine, and I totally forgot who the fuck it was, but it looked like perfect.
And then now they're saying fucking, I think it's Scott Eastwood.
Who the fuck is that?
Clint Eastwood's kid. I know.
Has he been on anything?
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and look it up, but I'm sure he's been on one or two things.
The whole purpose of this particular review is honestly, let's be real. James Gunn fucking, we went in kind of, yes, we went in to see, we wanted to go see it in theaters, but we weren't going in with high hopes. We weren't going with like high expectations. And that's just because sometimes, movies let you down when you go up in there hyping it up so much. But it was fucking great. That's what made it even funner too, is characters still died. It's called Suicide Squad. They're supposed to be expendable and actually like die. Obviously, the Harley Quinn. I would have thought Captain Boomerang was gonna be safe. Honestly, I thought he was, but nah, they killed him off. But
they had to kill him, or it would have been a prequel.
Yeah, Harley Quinn though, her little date scene was, At first, it was just like, okay, really? You're just going to have break off into a whole romance film for Harley Quinn? Oh, she just shot him in the chest.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The president. Okay, I'm in. She just did that. And then using the javelin during her escape with all the flowers and shit. I wasn't even mad about that. She's a fucking crazy bitch. Of course she sees fucking animated flowers and birds and shit. And I did notice, too, as she's walking down that hall, the animated birds were starting to hide behind shit as she got near them. She was scaring the birds in her head. Probably right about when she did that fucking wall run thing with the javelin. Yeah, it was awesome. That's the most I've liked Harley Quinn since, like, the Arkham games.
And that's not fair to her.
No, it's not. That was one of the few times that character actually got to be fucking she got to do some fun. I liked the hair and shit too. Costume wise, I actually liked the black and red. probably more than any other iteration. The other one, she just looks like trailer trash.
Yeah.
Speaking of trailer trash, if you see the fucking video, man, oh my god, I saw the best white trash video. It's not even trailer trash because they actually had houses, but the best white trash video. It starts off, this guy's just got, I don't know why he had the video camera on. I think it was just because this bitch has no eyebrows. Skinny ass white chick with no eyebrows. Fucking, she looks like a tweaker. No eyebrows, covered in tattoos, skinnier than hell. Comes up talking about like something about saying like they were laughing at her husband, she's like he cried all motherfucking night because of that. And like the dude's holding the camera and like fucking, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, no, you and your wife was over there laughing. And you can hear the dude's wife behind him like fucking, oh no, I swear we weren't. And the dude cuts her off. He cuts off his own wife. No, babe, don't answer no stupid ass question. Get the fuck off my lawn. And it just escalates that by the end of that, he's squirting her in the face with a hose. High pressure one too, with the handle and shit. Point blank. It was hilarious. Yeah, you'll see the no eyebrows and tattoos skinny white chick. You'll see that. Just click play if you come across that on any social media or nothing. You'll fucking love it. It's like 4 minutes of just hilarity. But this the ending I loved with the rats. Fucking rat catcher pull fucking, this city isn't yours. It's not ours. It's theirs.
That was badass because that was like a situation when you first hear like rat catcher, like, oh, big fucking whoop. Oh, she's gonna be stealthy. No, those rats fuck shit up. I like the little one.
Yeah.
I think it was Stanley or something like that.
I don't remember the name.
He was cool.
Yeah. And the fact that she had that fucking Bloodsport pretty much just had to duck and get ran over by a bunch of rats.
Oh.
A ratism. I think that was the name of the score for that moment. But yeah, the weirdest part for me was when Harley Quinn jumps off the building with the javelin and just goes straight into it didn't even look like she stabbed through anything. Just looked like she jumped into a pool. Maybe the javelin was just that sharp that it just went straight through the whatever outer membrane there might have been for that eye.
One and done, just
Yeah.
It's not like it. Well, I guess I can see that because it's like the eyeballs. You're fucking like a toothpick jammed into your eye. It's gonna pop.
Yeah, but like you would think people were shooting bullets and shit too at it, you know. Not really though. Not many. Yeah, wacky expendable characters. That's why I love shit like that in James Gunn's hands. He knows how to turn it into fucking gold. Seeing Michael Rooker as fucking Savant running the fuck away and shit, like damn near into turn back around. Fuck no, just that's one of those like, no, just blow my head off. I'd rather just die that way, I guess. Of course, if he'd have continued on, he might have been able to survive. It's not like everybody was dead.
No, Flag and Harley Quinn were alive.
Yeah. That was sad. That's how you know fucking Harley Quinn was the only one with marketability for the future. Like, all right, we're going to kill fucking Boomerang right away. Guess
Done.
what? He ain't coming back next time. Too soon? Okay. We're going to kill off Rick Flag. But like nobly.
With a weird fucking X Factor hit from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Very Romeo Must Die-esque. But I guess some people just need to know that. I mean, John Wick did something similar, but they didn't actually show it. He just stabbed Common and was like, I didn't pull it out or something like that. I didn't go all the way through your heart or some shit. Considered a professional courtesy. Yeah. So yeah, you don't always have to show that, but for a movie like that, why the hell not? I mean, it also had beaches that said 20 minutes earlier and shit like that. So overall, it was fucking fun. That was one of the funnest like superhero movies I've watched in a long time.
I thought I was gonna hate it. I wound up liking it a lot, like a lot.
Yeah, like again, I love that ability to. I love that nowadays we've gotten to a point with comic book movies that you can pull some of these random ass D-lister characters, and if you actually work the material properly, you can come up with something great. And James Gunn did it. He did it with Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody give a fuck about Guardians of the Galaxy. He made people give a shit. He made people cry fucking crocodile tears or alligator tears, whichever one cries, when Gamora got thrown off that goddamn thing. That wasn't even him that did it, that did Infinity War. But because of him, you cried. Because Gamora, the attachment to Gamora was there because of James Gunn and his Guardians movies. Did the same thing with Suicide Squad. I'm somewhat interested to see the Peacemaker show. I'm not gonna lie. After seeing the final product and seeing John Cena, like, whoa, did we actually see him? Okay, that's the only John Cena joke I'll make on that one. So you caught the post credit then, huh?
I haven't.
Cena will live.
I mean, he seems super strong.
Yeah. He seems like he's just having a blast too. Just like, no, I'm still big from wrestling. Might as well just put that to use. Honestly, it makes a lot of sense actually to get wrestlers to be superheroes for some of these ones. Not always. Pretty much Cena and The Rock. Let's be real.
Yeah, because I want to see him as Black Adam.
Yeah, I do too. He does too. I think The Rock wants Black Adam more than anybody does right now.
That's why he's putting up his own money.
Yeah. Which is cool as fuck though. God damn it, that's still gonna kill me. I actually still haven't figured out who it was that they showed that could play a young Palpatine, but it looked fucking perfect. Like, oh. Yeah, I'm way too high to remember that. But yeah, yeah, it would have been nice. I would have loved to have seen it in the theater that night, but honestly, fucking Wiener Schnitzel and watching it at home was just as good. And that's, like I said, one of the funnest fucking superhero movies I've seen in a long ass time. Like, fucking A. It was nice seeing Michael Rooker back with them too, with James Gunn too. You could tell James Gunn has made friends along the way. When Disney fired him, oh, that was the one detail that actually was my favorite. Was finding out that the shirt that Rick Flag was wearing, that yellow shirt, the writing on it, I forgot what language it was in. I'm assuming Spanish, but it meant fucking. It was like opportunity or obstacles or opportunities or something like that, which was pretty much that shot at Disney and shit. That one little middle finger you could give. One of those like, you gonna fire me over some 10-year-old tweets, bitch? I'm gonna go straight to your competitor. Make something awesome.
Yeah, so funny in a weird way. Scott Eastwood, how we were talking about him with the whole Wolverine thing.
Mm.
He was Lieutenant G.Q. Edwards in the first Suicide Squad.
Huh.
Doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
If you were listening, guys.
Yeah, we mentioned Scott Eastwood like 20 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago.
Someone didn't watch the first one.
So final thoughts on Suicide Squad, any?
Well, yeah, I would say on like a closing statement for myself on that one is a situation where it's like a stupidly awesome movie. There's a lot of parts that are you're just like, wait, what the fuck? And then you're like, okay, that was cool though. Weasel, not knowing how to swim.
Yeah. Fucking Calendar Man. God damn it, Sean Gunn. He's got too distinctive a face to not like to blend in, but then he does motion capture too, so he does blend in. It's awesome. Yeah. The Weasel lives too. Why the fuck? Why the fuck not?
they're gonna put him into a show with fucking King Kamehameha over there, and King Shark and Ratcatcher too, and it's just gonna be like the mini adventures of Suicide Squad.
Oh, I didn't even mention that. I said my favorite cameo, but I didn't actually say who it was. Taika Waititi as fucking original Ratcatcher in the flashback there. That was fucking awesome.
Heroin addict.
Yeah. It was also not so much because of the heroin part, but fucking that name has become fucking synonymous with comedy lately, especially. He fucking, he revitalized the Thor movies basically with one movie.
That's all it took.
Yeah. And honestly, just seeing that he had any involvement at all with a fucking James Gunn movie makes me more excited about Love and Thunder. He's got Christian Bale and goddamn
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I kept wanting to say Kurt Russell, and I knew that wasn't it. So, yeah, Russell Crowe. So that's fucking, that already makes me excited. Plus, from what I'm seeing, fucking Natalie Portman might have gotten buff.
Yeah,
like Last of Us Part 2 buff. Wow, creepy. But yeah, I'm somewhat. My faith is almost renewed in superhero movies again. I didn't think I could maintain interest, especially after the 4-hour fucking Snyder cut. Because I did enjoy the hell out of that movie, but it was one of those like, all right, I think I've gotten my fill on DC now.
Dude, he came out after the movie and was like, oh yeah, I intended because of the parts that you would watch it like you would have intermissions. I'm like, what the fuck? This isn't a play. Like, yes, I love the Snyder Cut, but I was like, what?
Well, that is a good, because remember, it was initially supposed to be like a 4-part series, though, too. Those chapters were supposed to be separated by clicks. That would have been very annoying. But no, my dumbass went straight through. I think I stopped halfway through, went outside to smoke, came back in. But Suicide Squad actually had me. This is the Suicide Squad. But yeah, that kind of renewed some of my interest and some of my love for these comic book superhero movies. And on that note, we are about finished. Yeah. We'll see you next time. Now, before we let you go, I think by the time this episode releases, I should have an exclusive behind the scenes clip from, or not just behind the a deleted clip, something that didn't make it onto another show, but is perfectly appropriate for this dumpster, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Here's.
So those are my party are my sacrifices, and my sacrifices alone. In the end, you're not to take them.
They're worked up. They look at you and they say, "Why did they attack?"
They attacked because you tried to force them into a cage.
And he looks at you and he says, "And that's what we do to everyone else."
Massa taught us to defend ourselves.
They're adventurers.
Jesus Christ, TJ!
What did he say?
Fuck. That was golden.
Fuck, man.
That was golden.
Holy shit.